morning, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. Let me keep everyone in mute. Right. So, team, in the yesterday session and day before yesterday sessions, we were talking about the concept of security administration in the Fusion application. And as part of the security administration, we have seen the concept of user account management extensively, like how in the Fusion application, the access to the employees or the people will be getting team, like how to create the user account in the system. What are the two ways of user account creations that I told you? And within the manual creation, how we can create the new user accounts in the system and how the access in the Fusion application is being provisioned with the help of rules. That also we have seen, team. And within the user account management, when we creating the user accounts, the user account rules, like what will be the username generation rule or username failing rule, okay? And then password expiry policy, password complexity setting up, or a couple of other options also, team, with respective to the user management, how to handle with the help of user category. And if client requires custom user category, can we create it or not? That all we have seen in the yesterday session, team. So by this time, every one of us know how the access in the Fusion application is being provisioned and how the user accounts will be created in the system for every individual. We came to know, team. Now, okay. After this particular concept, team, roles we are to discuss. As I told you, a detailed discussion on this will be conducted once the functional training completed, team. Okay. Again, we are going to take up security administration from the context of rules, as I told you yesterday, team. Now, today, before moving on to our core HR module, okay, the very first module that which we are going to start with. Before going to start our module configuration in the system, team, I want to introduce to you something that which is very important in every implementation project that you are going to work for, team. Now, when a client given access to the application, our user accounts and our passwords, everything created, team, and now we got access to the application. Once we got access to the application and once we log into the system, what is the very first fundamental thing that we have to do in the system? Before we start configuring any module, what is the basic fundamental thing that we are going to do in the system, team? We have something called offerings in the application, team. We have something called offerings. What are offerings, team? Let me go to the slide and you can understand, team. In Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud applications, team, not only for HCM, for the entire Oracle Fusion applications, it might be financials, it might be supply chain, it might be PPM. I told you, right, team? Under Oracle Fusion applications, Oracle providing several products, like HCM is one of the product that which we are going to learn. Under Fusion, we have Oracle Fusion Financials Cloud, which will be dealing with financial area. Then Oracle Fusion CRM, Oracle Fusion Supply Chain, Oracle Fusion Procurement, PPM. Multiple products are there under Fusion application. For each of the product, team, there are different offerings available in the market under the Fusion applications. In Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud, we have something called offerings, team. What are offerings, Kumar? Basically, all our modules in the product will be residing under offerings, team. If you take example of our HCM product, under Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud applications, team, these are the offerings that which we have, the major offerings like workforce deployment, workforce development, compensation management, and there are 2 or 3 other couple of offerings also available team. Something like recruiting and candidate experience, help desk. Like that, we have other couple of offerings also available team. What are these offerings basically? See, Oracle providing the services to the customers in the form of offerings. Like whenever a customer buy this product from Oracle, they will be selling the product or they will be providing the services to the customers in the form of offerings team. Like all our modules in the HCM cloud application are categorized into different offerings or grouped into different offerings. Let's say team, I have an offering called workforce deployment. In Fusion application HCM product team, under our workforce deployment offering, our modules like core HR, payroll, time and labor, OTL, that is absence management, these modules are residing under workforce deployment offering, or these modules are categorized under our workforce deployment offering. What are they? Global human resource, nothing but global HR. Global payroll and localization, global payroll interface, nothing but payroll module team. Then time and labor, OTL. Then absence management. These are the modules which are residing under workforce deployment offering team. And similarly, if you go to workforce development offering, we have an offering called workforce development. Under this team, our entire talent suite, like talent review, performance management, goal management, succession management, these modules are categorized or grouped under the offering called workforce development. Similarly, our compensation and benefits module, these are categorized under compensation management offering team. Okay. And then our ORC, our OLC modules are part of recruiting and candidate experience and other offerings team. Like that, all our modules, whatever we have under our HCM product, which I explained to you team, like what are the modules that we are having in our Fusion application, all our modules are categorized or grouped under these offerings in the system. So what is the need of offering team? Basically, when we got access to the application, when client given the access to the application, when we are about to start configuring the modules, first we have to enable the features of that module team. Like what are the offerings that our client subscribed the license from the Oracle? Okay. For what basically team? When a customer buy the license from Oracle, this is a product, right? Let's suppose client purchasing HCM license and also financials and supply chain. Okay, my client, let's say Tata Group is an example we will take team. Now Tata Group purchasing the license from Oracle. They want to use Oracle Fusion applications in their in-house ERP activities, let's say. We know, right? Multiple products are there under Fusion application. Financials is there, supply chain is there, our HCM is there, then CRM, PPM. It doesn't mean that product to product, Oracle will be giving different URLs, different products, no team. When a customer buy the license from Oracle, Oracle will ask, what are all the licensing that you want to include in your product? You want only HCM? Or you also want supply chain, you want financials, you want PPM. In the same product team, all the other, in the same application team, all the products will be given to the customer. So the same application will be used for HCM, for financials, supply chain, everything. But we are not concerned about other product areas. We are concerned with our HCM. And when client got the application from Oracle team, we have to enable that HCM licensing features in the application. How you will enable, Kumar? we have to enable these offerings in the system. Whatever are our HCM related offerings we have to enable our offerings team. And within HCM also, as you know, right, cloud-based model or a subscription model of licensing is what? Pay and use. Means all the offerings in HCM also, if client don't want to use, let's say my client is telling, Kumar, I don't want to use ORC or a compensation and benefits module. I don't want to use these modules in Fusion applications. I'm using it in some Workday or some other SAP system. I don't want them. So customer cannot or no need to be licensed with this offering team. So whatever they want within HCM also, based upon the offerings, they can subscribe for that application team. So basically, Oracle selling their services to the customer in the form of offerings. First, it will ask, first of all, which product you are going to buy? HCM. Under HCM, what offerings you want to subscribe for? So I want core HR, time and labor, absence module. I want to use in HCM. I, in the sense, my client. Then client will subscribe with a workforce deployment offering. Then they also want talent suite also. Then deployment and development offering they will subscribe for. Then compensation and benefits also. Then compensation management also they will license with. So these are the different offerings which we have under our HCM product. Under each offering, our respective modules are categorized into. So what we have to do, team, as an implementation consultant, when we go for the client place to start configuring the system, and client given access to the application for all of our team members, we got our user accounts created and we got access. The very first fundamental thing that our team has to be doing is enabling the offerings in the system. Whatever the offerings that client licensed with will be available in the system. We have to enable the offerings in the system. Why, Kumar? If you enable the offerings only, the respective modules or the features, functionalities with respective to the offerings will be enabled in the system. Now, team, before coming to the class, as it is a demo instance, already people enabled team. I disabled all the features for our HCM team. Now see, when I come to my client group, I won't able to see much of the functionalities here. See, basically, my user is a super user where I assigned all the roles to him. But even then, all my functionalities I couldn't able to see here, right? Because I have disabled all the offerings. So when you coming to the application for the first time, before you are going to start any module configuration team, you have to enable your product related offerings in the system. Under our HCM, whatever the offerings that our client licensed with, all that offerings we have to enable team. By enabling that offerings, all the features, functionalities, configurations of that modules, we can get access in the system team. Now let me show you how to enable these offerings in the system. So what is the need of enabling the offerings also? I will tell you in next 5 minutes team. So I hope everyone understood what are offerings in the system and how many offerings we have under our HCM product and what modules are residing under which offering. You can understand by looking at this slide team. Now let me go to the system. Okay. I logged in into the application, as we all know how to log in into the system, correct? From here, let me come from beginning. Let me come from beginning. So here, right? I have to give my user ID and password, and then I can click on sign in. So I could able to enter into my application team. Now, once I enter into the application, where I have to go team in order to enable my offerings in the system, come to the right side here team. This is your user details. HCM_IMPL is my user ID. Here you can see your user ID team, that is settings and action. Click on that user ID and here team, the settings and action will open up team. settings and action will open up team. So here under settings and action, you have something called team administration, right? Under administration team, you will be having a task available called setup and maintenance. So try to point out this particular task team, very important or the major task within the Fusion applications team. Going forward, every day starting from today, we are going to go to this particular task team. What is this setup and maintenance in the administration? As the name itself suggesting us, see, setup and maintain. Setup and maintain means what, team? Anything in the system that you want to set up and you want to maintain that setup, you have to go to setup and maintenance. This task we will call as FSM task, functional setup manager. In an interview, if anyone asks you, can you please talk about FSM? What do you mean by FSM? This setup and maintenance task under administration is called as functional setup manager. Means, team, from this task only, we are going to access all the configurational items in every module. I want to start my core HR. In core HR module, these are the configurations I have, team. Or in absence module, if I go, these are the configurations I have in the absence module. Okay. In payroll, if I go, these are the configurations I have in payroll. If you want to start your configurations for any module team, you have to go to this setup and maintenance. This FSM task will give us the access to all the modules in the system where we can search the respective configuration and we can start configuring them. That is why we will call this as FSM task team, functional setup manager. The main key task to get into the configurations of any module in the system team. Let us see how it is going to work. Now I came to my settings and action team, and then I'm going to setup and maintenance. Let me click on setup and maintenance. Then I will land upon team, my setup screen. See, this is my setup screen. And here I could able to see there is a task bar coming up, team. So basically from here, I can search any of my configurations, team. For every module, we have the spreadsheet available. I'm going to share this Excel after the class, team. What are all the configurations we have to do and what is the task name in order to configure geographies, team. In core HR module, I have a configuration called geographies, a concept called geographies. If I want to configure them, the task name is manage geographies. If I want to define my legal employer, the task name is legal entity, manage legal entity. Or if I want to configure actions, the task name is manage actions. So here, team, you can search for all your setup tasks in the system, team. Okay. So when you come to setup and maintenance, you will land upon this setup area, team. And here you are able to see something kept in the context. Customer data management. And there is a drop down here also, team. If I click on that, I could able to see some options coming up. What are they? Customer data management, customer loyalty, enterprise contracts, financials, accounting hub, marketing. What are all these? These all are the offerings that are enabled in this application, team. But these are not related to our HCM. See, financials, accounting hub. These are part of Oracle Fusion Financials offering. Then product management. This is part of Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management team. Customer data, customer loyalty, sales, service. This is part of Oracle Fusion CRM, Customer Relationship Management team. But where is our HCM offerings? These are the offerings I'm telling, right? Workforce deployment, workforce development, compensation management. Where are they? So when you come to the application team for the first time, when you come to setup and maintenance, and once you land upon setup team, here nothing you will see. As of now, it's a demo instance. Many people are practicing like you and me. they have enabled already team. But when you are working in your client application, for the first time, when you come to this setup screen, nothing will be available here. It's you as an implementation consultant who have to enable the offerings in the system. Why, Kumar? Why we enabling the offerings? Now let's suppose team, let's suppose I have something in my goal management team. I have a task available called goal plan. I'm trying to search with the goal plan task team. What is the result it's shown to me? I have one concept in my goal management module called goal plan. I am searching that with task name goal plan. What is the result it's shown to me? No task associated to the enabled functional areas and features of this offering were found. Because team, our goal management is part of which offering team? Our goal management module is part of workforce development offering, correct? So currently in this application, that offering is not enabled workforce development. So when I'm searching with the task related to that module, what I'm getting, I'm not able to access anything. Or let's say team, in payroll module, I have something called a payroll definition. Okay, let me search here. See, in my payroll module team, these are the tasks in my payroll which I have to configure. There is something called a payroll definition. If you could see payroll definition. When I'm searching with this task, what it is showing to me? No task associated to this offering form. Why? Because our payroll is part of which offering? Our payroll is part of which offering? Workforce deployment. So in this environment or the application, our HCM related offerings are not enabled. So this search task bar will give the tasks only with respective to the offering that you set up here, team. Whatever the modules that are related to this offering and the setups or the configurations related to this offering only, you can see that resulting team. Means what? I'm not having access to my HCM related stuff. So enable the offerings first of all in the system. That too, our HCM related offerings team, so that we will get access to all the setups or the configurations in that module. We are enabling our modules team. In a simple word, if I have to tell, we are enabling our modules in the system. Something called offerings we have at the top. All our modules are categorized under offerings. So we have to enable first of all offerings in the system. So whatever the offering that you keep in this context, in the setup context, okay. Now here you can see all the financial related tasks you can result here if you search team. Then if you search with product management, then all that product management related setups or the configurations you can access team. So here we have to enable our offerings team. How can I do that, Kumar? Now I know what are the offerings under our HCM product we have, that I know now. But I have to enable them in the system. How can I know that whether my client first of all subscribed with that offerings or not, and how to enable that team? Come to this setup and maintenance only team, whatever the screen that you are currently in, the setup screen. Here, there is something called actions. If you could find, go to action team. Under actions, at the bottom, you have something called go to offerings, right? So once you click on that team, you will land upon offerings page, And here you can see what are all the offerings that our client licensed from Oracle. What are all the products under Fusion applications our client licensed from Oracle. See team, it is a demo instance. Okay, demo instance. So all offerings of all products you could able to see. But in real time, when you are working team, what is the license that your client purchased or subscribed from Oracle? Only that product related offerings only you can see. But this is the page team. As a consultant, you can come to the conclusion, what are the product that our client licensed in this application team. So now here you can see all the offerings that which our client licensed across the products, HCM, finance, supply chain. And here you can see team, our offering. See, compensation management. That is what one of the offering I told you. See, compensation management, where our compensation and benefits module is part of. Then team, to scroll down, workforce deployment offering. See, workforce deployment. That is what I'm telling, right? Our core HR, payroll, time and labor, absence management are part of. Then workforce development offering. See, workforce development, where our talent, performance, goal, succession, these modules are part of development offering. See, all our HCM related offerings I can able to find in the system. Compensation management, then workforce deployment, then workforce development, and here I can see team recruiting and candidate experience. This is also part of our HCM only team. And then we have something here called help desk and HCM communicate. These are also part of our HCM related offerings only team. Advanced offerings came at later point of time. So now we have to enable them in the system. We are finding here, yes, client licensed with all these offerings in the system, but just checking this will not suffice our requirement. We have to enable them in the system. How can I do that, Kumar? Come to the offering team, select the offering. The moment you select, the right side section will update with that detail. See, now if I select customer data management, then I can see that section. HCM communicate, then I can see that section. So select the offering first of all, team. Compensation management, right? Currently, see team, the status is what? Not enabled. So by default team in the application, when client bought the license from Oracle team, when you came to the application, because you are the first people, you are the implementation partner for the client, implementation consultants who are working on the system, configuring the application to the client. So these all things we are going to start team. Okay. So when you come to this, the status will be showing as not enabled. Means client subscribed for this license, compensation management offering, but it is not enabled. We have to enable team. How? Come to opt-in features. There is an option here called opt-in features. Click on opt-in features team. Okay. Click on opt-in features team, and then you can see team opt-in compensation management offering. So under compensation management, what are all come? The functional areas you can see team. Workforce information, profile, see benefits. Within compensation, we have individual compensation, workforce compensation, compensation statements. Some modules are shared across different offerings team. If you take absence management, that comes under compensation, and also it is part of workforce deployment also team. Some offerings are shareable. So you can see all that modules or the functional, sub-functional areas team. Simply at the top line, whatever the offering line is there, compensation management, click on enable. The moment you enable, all the other offering functional areas under that offering will also become enabled team. Checkbox, see? Now everything will become checkboxes, right? And then simply click on done. Done. Now you enabled your offering team. See? Compensation management I enabled. Similarly, scroll down, go to workforce deployment offering. Okay, deployment now it is. This is also not enabled currently. Go to opt-in feature, the same way. Okay, go to opt-in feature, and under this deployment offering, you can see several functional areas that comes under team, like payroll module, absence module, then time and labor module, couple of things you can see. Then come, click on enable here also team. Workforce deployment also I want to enable. Then click on that. All the other areas will get highlighted. Okay. And then team, now you click on done. Click on done. Okay. You can see that also enabled. Now compensation management I enabled team, the status, and also our deployment offering I enabled team. Development I have not enabled so far. Now let us see. I enable the offerings. Now where I can see my offerings in the system, let us see. Now let me come to home. I want to come from beginning team. Okay. Now I came to the home screen of the application. Now let me come to and observe here team. When I come to my client groups now, earlier only 3 options are there. Now see, all the other functionalities came. See, which are related to our modules. Okay, that's fine. Now come to setup and maintenance team, our FSM task. And now you see in the setup, what are the available options team. Okay. Now you come to your setup and you click on this drop down. See team, your compensation management came and your workforce deployment came. Earlier, these two are not available team. But when I enable them in the system, my offerings came here. Now, under my compensation management team, all my compensation benefits module will be there. Any task with respect to that modules, if I want to search team, see, I have something called individual compensation. Okay, I'm searching team, see, individual compensation plan. Or let's say I have something called anything team, just search with the salary, let's say. All the tasks with related to that offering I can see team. Or let's say I have something called compensation. Okay. Then see compensation, global setting, compensation, all the tasks I can able to access team. Then similarly team, if I go to my workforce deployment offering, see this search scroller will result the tasks, whatever you are searching team. With respect to the offering, we are keeping in the context here. So when you come to this setup and maintenance screen team, when you are going to search for any module related task, keep that offering in the scope here team. Now I am in workforce deployment offering team. My core HR module is part of that offering. Now I can search with anything. Let's say I have a task called manage geographies. Now see, if I search with that task, see, I could able to result with that manage geographies. Then let's say team, I have a task called establish enterprise structure. Then if I search with that task, okay, see, establish enterprise structure. Or let's say I have managed departments. There is one task here in the core HR. If I want to search with that manage departments, right? See, manage departments, everything I could able to access here team. So whatever these offering related modules and their respective setups, everything I can able to search here team. Now, I kept workforce deployment in the context here team, and I'm searching with my goal management related tasks. I'm searching with the goal. Anything is resulting here? No. Why team? These goal related setups are part of which module? Goal management. Goal management is part of which offering? Workforce development. But workforce development module you have not enabled in the system. Only compensation and workforce deployment. These two only enabled. See, when I'm searching with the goal, I'm not resulting team. If I keep compensation management and if I search also, no, it won't result anything. Why? Now see team. I will enable that offering also. I'm going to again offering screen, go to offerings. Then I will come to workforce development also. Okay. And then go to opt-in feature and then see team. I will enable now this workforce development offering also. See career development, goal setting, talent review, succession management, performance management, all the modules. Enable that also team now. Okay. Click on done. Done. Now it is also enabled. Now if you come to your setup screen team, click on done, you will come back to your setup screen. Now see here team, your development offering also came. Now I will keep in the setup context team our development offering and I will search with the task called goal. Now see all the goal related tasks I can see. See goal value set, goal setting lookup, profile option, notification settings of goal management, goal library, goal plans. See, but when I'm searching the same task of goal by keeping deployment offering in the scope here, no task is resulting to me. See, or when I keep compensation offering, And if I search with goal, no. Why team? Here this task bar, whatever that you are going to search for the setups or the configurations across the module team, will be resulting only depending upon the offering that you set up in your context here team. So whenever you are working in the application team, every day, whenever you are going to start configuring any module, if you want to search for your setup, first come to the setup and maintenance screen and keep the context correctly. So today I'm going to start with core HR module related configurations. So I require core HR module related setups and configurations in the system. Then come here, keep this context here as workforce deployment and proceed. Anything you can search here with respective to core HR. So when you set up your offering team, you can see all the functional areas under that offerings available team. Okay. And if you don't know any task name, I am going to provide you the list here team. In each module, what are the setups in every implementation project we have to follow in the sequential order. We have a spreadsheet available. But let's say in a layman understanding from the system, if you want to know what are the setups that are available under this offering theme. Under this offering, you can find their respective functional areas theme. If you go there, and if you keep the cursor on that team, select that legal structures. So what are the tasks under that functional area of this offering theme you can find here. And if you go to organization structure, then what are the tasks we have? And then workforce structures, if you go team, what are the tasks we have under that particular functional area? Then if you go to payroll, then what are the tasks you have under that payroll? It's just for knowledge purpose team. Under this offering, whatever the functional areas are available, you can see them. And if you select them, what are the setups or the configurational items under that particular functional area, you can able to see here team. So not all tasks are mandatory to configure in every module. Once you select your respective functional area, all the tasks once come, you can filter team, required tasks, show with. So nothing is mandatory in that area team basically. So if any mandatory setups in that particular functional area is there, you can find out. But this is just out of your information. If you want to explore the application, you can figure out the setups and configuration list from here team. But for every module, to make your work easy, we are going to provide you the list of configurations that which we have to follow in every module team. Directly you follow this sheet, then you can search with your respective configuration directly, and you could able to see that one. Then manage geographies, get into the task and start configuring it. If you want to define anything, you can land upon and you can define team. So this is about team enabling the offerings in the system. So what happened team, you understood now? By enabling the offering in the system, I'm getting access to their functional areas and the respective setups or the configurations under that offering team, right? If I'm not enabling my development offering and I want to implement my goal, performance and talent module, how can I do that? I can't do, right? Because I'm not getting access to those setups and configuration. So whatever the modules you are implementing for the client, that module related offerings team, we have to enable. By enabling that, all the features, functionalities of the modules related to that offerings will be enabled in the application. So this is the step one or the initial configuration one should be doing in the system before starting the actual configurations of any module. Now you can start your core HR because you enabled your core HR module in the system. Now you can go with deployment and search any task in the core HR you can able to do. So this is the fundamental thing everyone should understand. Whatever the modules our client licensed with, okay, by using that offerings concept team, we have to enable them in the system. And some documentation with respective to each offering, Oracle provides within the application team, embedded within the application team. What are they? Let us see. Come to action, go to offerings team. Okay. Now select any of your offering, compensation management. Now here team, there is something called related document. See, if you come to related document, so you can find, Kumar, I want to know in this offering, whatever the modules coming under that offering, I want to know all the setup tasks list. Like, okay, you are telling, you are providing the Excel, a customized Excel sheet for each module. What are the setups that we have to do? But I want to know, I want to explore the system in detail. Under this offering, what are the total setup tasks or list I want? Then see, this is setup task and list document team. This is feature related document team. Directly you can download. See, go to setup tasks and list, click on PDF. My screen is loading. See, the PDF document will be opened up in the system. Okay. Let it gets downloaded. You can open in HTML format or Excel or PDF, whatever the format you want in. Basically, the file size will be a bit bigger, so it's taking a bit long time to get downloaded. Okay, see, now the setup task list downloaded from the application team. So I can find, see, 183 pages document for entire compensation management offering, whatever the modules comes under that functional setup document it is. All the tasks and their task names, what it will do, you can find team. These all are the task names. Create implementation user, create data role for implementation user, or define geographies, manage geography lookups. These all are what team? These all are the setups. So if you want to go and explore, you can even find the documents that Oracle embedded within the application for each offering team. Right. This is about enabling the offerings in the system. This search crawler resulting the tasks with respective to the offering that we are keeping in the context here team. So going forward, every day we are going to come to this setup and maintenance, keep our respective offering, and we can configure the setups in the system team. Any task from any module you want to configure. Come, keep your respective module related offering in the context and you can search here team. What is the purpose of enabling this? I explained you so far team. Okay. Any project you go, take this as an initial configuration in the system. Right. Now team, before going to core HR, tomorrow I will start with organization structure in the core HR module. That is the basic theoretical understanding everyone should have in the core HR team. But today, along with this offering, I want to introduce to you certain cosmetic level features within the application team. The basic UI level cosmetic features that which we will be encountering on every screens. Let me explain that team. I want to tell you the search crawlers available in the system. Means from tomorrow onwards, you are going to start with any module configuration team. So there are different configurations which we have to do in each module. For configuring them, different task names we have team. So if you want to define geographies, the task name is manage geographies. If you want to define locations, manage locations. If you want to define legal entity, then manage legal entity. Like that team, we have different tasks available where you have to search. In how many places in the Fusion application, I can search my setups or tasks across the module team. This is one area. Coming to the setup and maintenance, on the setup screen, you have the search crawler or search bar. Like this team, we have other places also in the system where you can search your tasks for across any module and you can configure them team. Let me introduce to you that search bars also. This is our FSM or setup and maintenance search bar. This is. Then team, if you come to the right side taskbar, here only, once you come to your setup and maintenance setup screen, here only you have something called a taskbar team. Click on this bar. Okay. Click on this bar and at bottom team, you have something called search. See, go to search. Go to search. And here also team, you have a search crawler available. So from here also you can search team. Let's say I want manage geographies to search. Come, search here. You can also find the task from here team. See, manage geographies. or let's say I want manage legal entity. Okay, there is a task in my core HR module called manage legal entity. See, all the legal entity related setups I can see. Or in absence module, I want to search with absence plan, let's say. Okay. So all my absence related setups I could able to see. Or goal management. See, all my goal related setups I can able to see. So this search bar, we can call it as team universal search area or super search area. Means what, team? Irrespective of the offering selection, directly you can search any setup task across any module in the system. But here also, team, offerings enablement is much needed. First of all, you have to enable the offerings in the system. But in this search bar, you don't need to keep any offering as a context. It's universal open search area. Anything you can search, irrespective of the offering, irrespective of the module, anything you could able to search. See, I searched it with goal related setups. I searched it with absence related setups. I searched it with core HR related setups. Everything I could able to see. So you can even use this search bar also going forward for configuring any setups in any module, team. And this search area, we will call it as universal search area, team. Here, what happening, team, in our setup and maintenance search area, whatever the tasks you are going to search, they are resulting based upon the offering you are keeping in the context. If you are keeping compensation management as a offering here, team, in the setup option, only the setups which are related to the modules of compensation management only I could able to search, not any other module. But in this search bar, team, anything you can search directly. Here I want to search means I have to change the context. I have to change the context to the respective offering of my module, and I have to search for it. So these are the two search areas we are having in the system. One more search area is there, team, where you come to home, team. You come to home, team. There is a magnifier which you can see at the top. There is something here, a magnifier, search. We are having the search bar here also, team. This search bar basically, team, is not that responsive for our setups or the configuration, team. But a part of setups or configuration, team, any transactions the HR is going to perform in the system, like transferring the employee, promoting, demoting, the end user transactions, or a HR admin want to search for any employee details in the system. Okay, they can directly search. See, I'm searching with John. So I got resulted with that employee. I can get into that person by clicking on that name. So this is the search area which we'll be seeing on top of the main home screen, team. And this search area, we will call it as global search area. You have different names for each of them. That is what I'm trying to make you understand. This search bar, we will call it as global search area. But this search area is not that responsive for the setups that you are going to configure. Don't use this for module related configurations, team. Any configurational tasks you want to search, it's not useful. But any end user, once we configure the system and hand over the application to the client side people, and when they start using them, any end user transactions from the HR side, if they want, they can able to find from your team. So this area or this search bar is called as global search bar. How many search bars I'm introducing to you now, team? One is our FSM task, setup and maintenance. This is number one, FSM search bar it is. Okay. Then number two, universal search area. Number three, global search area. And we have one more also, team, within the implementation project. Basically, our next concept that we are going to discuss in core HR module will be, team, creating the implementation project in the system. Like when we go for an implementation, when we are going to start implementing any modules, team, after enabling the offerings, team, our next thing to be creating the implementation project in the system. Here also we have to or here also we can find, team. For example, I will go to any existing project, team. What is this project at all we will take up in next session. But from here also you can find the search bar. Once you go to implementation project, once you go to your project team, you have the task bar here also. Okay, you can even search your setups or the configurations from your project area also team. Just keep in mind how many places we can go and search our setups or configuration across module. So this is also one place team. So when you come to the project, you will understand what is this project is about everything. But just keep in mind. So these are the 4 places in the system where you can find the search bars available and you can search for your setups and configurations in the system team. That is one thing I want to tell you. And some other cosmetic level features I want to introduce to you. What are they, team? You go to any screen in the application team. Let's say team, I want to go to hiring screen of the employee. So basically in Fusion application team, HR people will go to this My Client Groups functional area. Under that, there will be a sub-functional area called New Person. They will go to New Person. And here team, they can pick up the task called Hire an Employee. If they want to hire the new employee in the system in Fusion application, we have to come here. Now see team, when I came to this Hire an Employee task, I could able to see several sections coming up: identification, person info, employment info, compensation, everything. Now in each section, now I am on identification tab, the very first tab, identification. I have different section: basic details, personal details, NID. If you observe team, there is something, a question mark coming at each of the section level. See, national identifiers, question mark, personal details, question mark, basic details. What is it? Not only hire an employee task. Example, I'm taking this task team, but you go across any screen in the system, any module, any screen you go, you will be finding on every screen, beside every section, some question mark coming up team. What is that? That are called as help icons team. What is that help icon? Oracle standardly embedded certain documents with respective to that section for educating of the user to the application, for educating the users with respective to the application team. What is that? Let's suppose I'm a HR, I'm hiring this employee in the system. I'm performing the hire an employee task. In the basic details, I'm worried about this action, reason, legal employee. I don't know what are these about. Should I capture them or not? I don't know. Come team to this question mark, click on help. Click on help. Now here there will be a help option opened up here team. Basic details section. Under that person record. If you click on that team, see the web link. You will be redirected to that link, docs.oracle.com. So whatever the standard documentation Oracle provides for entire HCM for respective to this section, you will directly land upon that. See, if I click on this one more tab will open up team. See, I'm landing upon docs.oracle.com and person records. So I can find what is that, where I have, what are that information should I capture about. For every section team, now personal details. I don't know about these things. Then personal details, hire an employee or person name and language, what you want. You can go to that particular section. Then you can land upon directly documentation team. So a detailed explanation about that, what is what, okay, what we have to capture or not. You can able to go and you can study and you can understand team. So this is the help icons where Oracle given in order to redirect to the docs.oracle.com with respect to that page team. So do you want this feature to be enabled or not? It depends upon the client. Okay. Some clients will tell that, okay, let it be. Some clients will tell, Kumar, I don't want all that business. Can you please switch off that functionality? We can able to do very simple thing. Beyond the screen, any screen, just come to the right side settings and action team. Okay. Under settings and action, we have here team under administration only, something like help icons. So simply click on this feature team. Please observe now in the basic details and personal details level. Now I'm clicking on hide help icons. What happens? See, what happened team? They are gone. They are gone. No more help icons coming on the screen. If you want to put it back, simply go to settings and action, and click on show help icons. Now see, they came back. So this feature is something called help icons team. On every page, not only hire an employee, example, I'm taking this page, but any page you go, help icons will be available in majority of the pages team. So do you want that to be enabled or not? You can control that functionality from here team. Hide help icons or show help icons. So that is about help icons enablement and disablement team. And one more thing I want to talk about before closing the session team. What is that? When you go for any configuration or any transaction in the system team, let me go to new person. Let's say same hire an employee. Okay. So here team, some of the attributes I could able to see with star market. What I mean by this star market team, star market attributes, if you see on any page, again telling, example, I'm taking hire an employee, but in the entire Fusion application, the same law will work. What is that? Any page you take team, any field that you see with star market, nothing but that is mandatory field. Means what? After identification details capturing, I have to go to the next tab. But if you are not filling any of the field with star market and you are clicking on next button, see, the moment I click on next, what is the error it doing to me? Legal employer, you must enter a value. Then last name, you must enter a value. So just I will capture those attributes team, something I am giving. Okay. And then whatever the mandatory attributes that I am filling now here, rest of the attributes, see, I'm not capturing, but system won't stop us. See, if I click on next, system won't stop us. What is the meaning of that? On every page, whatever the field that comes with star market, make sure you have to capture the value in that attributes, or else you cannot proceed further. Rest of the fields are optional. Either you give or not, doesn't matter. System will allow to proceed further. That is one thing everyone should know once you start using the application team. Any field with star market is there. That is nothing but mandatory field in the system. Okay. So this is what we planned for today team. Enabling the offerings in the system. In return, we will get access to all our modules in the application. And then the basic cosmetic level features like search areas, how many we have, help icons, and star market fields importance is what, that all team. So in tomorrow's session, I'm going to start with our core HR topic, something called organization structure, which is the basis or the roots for the entire core HR module team. If you understand that organization structure in the Fusion application team, entire core HR module, you can easily configure in the system. So that is that important, that particular concept, organization structure is team. That we will start from tomorrow. So any questions as such in today's topic, online people? We have shared access to all the people team. Some of them who yet to confirm, for them only we hold it their access as team. Can I get the information about the people who attended for today? Prakash and also Sivasundar and Srinivas Rao. Can you please share your details over the chat here so that our team can reach out to you after the session team? Who is this person joined with the name of Shivasundar?
Sure, Kumar, we'll do that. Srinivas this side.
Who is this? Srinivas Rao. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Srinivas, you can please reach out, or you can just post your details over the chat so that our team will reach out to you, because we have added almost all the people who are attending the batch in the WhatsApp group, and also